The rise in COVID-19 hospitalization rates driving more Americans to get vaccinated. The vaccination pace is now 70% higher than it was this time last month. So joining us more now, Chief Health Editor Dr. Partha Nandi this Friday afternoon. And Dr. Nandi, I guess that's the good news out of it. How many have been fully vaccinated so far?
So Glenda, right now it's about 51.1%, so a little over 51% of Americans are fully vaccinated. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but we're definitely making good progress now. And just yesterday, we had over 1 million COVID-19 vaccine doses administered, according to CDC data. That makes me happy. But why is that? So it's because people are seeing what we're seeing, the alarming rise in hospitalization rates. Our 7-day average is now over 86,000 people. Healthcare systems across the US are reporting that waiting rooms, Glenda, are filled with sick patients, especially in states, as you talked about, like Texas and Florida. And what's really concerning to me is that if we continue at this pace, that the CDC is saying that we'll likely see record highs for hospital admission in less than 30 days. That is very worrisome.
Yeah, worrisome, especially since school here in Metro Detroit is starting up very soon. And a new University of Michigan survey finding that a surprising number of Detroit households with children have low vaccination rates. So what can you tell us about this?
I was really upset when I read the results of the survey, to be honest with you. The data showed that only 34% of Detroit adults have either vaccinated their children between the ages of 12 and 17 or intend to get them vaccinated against COVID-19. And get this, only 13% said they would feel comfortable with vaccinating their kids under the age of 12 once a vaccine is approved for this age group. Those are not great numbers. Now, I was also surprised that the survey found that Detroit adults who lived with kids were about half as likely to report that they were vaccinated compared to adults without kids in their household. So the percentage was 38%, right, with adults with kids versus 70% without kids in their household. In addition, Detroit adults living with children were found to be twice as likely to say they had no intention of getting vaccinated compared to Detroit adults without kids in their household. So what we have here is an actual ticking time bomb, in my opinion, that might just explode shortly after school starts. And here's why. Because we have a bunch of unvaccinated school-age children living with unvaccinated parents. And what happens, I don't think people realize that COVID is no longer just an adult disease. Every age bracket under 50 has already surpassed previous hospitalization records. So this is really serious, folks. I mean, anybody who's watching and listening, I know I sound like a broken record, but the only way out of this, vaccines, the only way out of this pandemic. So please get vaccinated if you can. And it's imperative that parents like myself talk to their kids who are too young to get vaccinated and stress the importance of wearing masks, washing and sanitizing their hands often, especially once school kicks off. If we don't do this, I think we're in for a real big surprise with kids and adults being infected and possibly being hospitalized like we see now in the southern states.
Well, and Dr. Nandi, the extra precautions so important because even if you are vaccinated, you can still pick up COVID-19 and pass it to your children who are not.
And other vulnerable adults, immunocompromised people. It just goes on and on. We just have to stop it, and we've got a way out. And so at least there's some signs the vaccine doses are being administered more. So I pray that this continues on and we don't get the hospitalization records that they're predicting.
All right, Dr. Nandi, so appreciate you. Thank you. Happy Friday to you.
You as well. Thank you.